In our modern society, there is one common trait amongst young men. The trait I'm referring to is that 90% of young men don't know what they want to achieve in their lives. Having no purpose in your life, especially as a man, is extremely dangerous. It can lead to a constant feeling of not being good enough, a feeling of not having done enough on a given day. Eventually, if you are not working towards your purpose and mission, you will become depressed. Your purpose is the most important thing in your life as a man. So in this video, I will show you exactly how to find your purpose and mission as a man so you can start living a life full of meaning. This day is the start of a completely new version of you. Before I start talking about finding your purpose as a man, you need to know one thing. You cannot give a single shit about what other people think about you, your goals, and what you want to achieve in your life. Your life is simply too short to care about what your parents, your siblings, and your friends think about you and what you want to achieve in your life. It really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. People will always criticize you, no matter what. You can have the most solid plans, you can have the biggest goals, you can do everything right, and they will still throw shit at you. That's just because they are jealous of you. Everyone is always looking for a better quality of life and more comfort in their life. This is something we developed throughout our evolution as humans, because in the time when a human was a caveman, everything came down to comfort and survival. In those days, if you could find a comfortable cave to sleep in that night with your family, you would be safe throughout the whole night from other animals who could find you and they would just, without mercy, eat you in front of your children. If you would be able to make a big fire at night, you were saved from freezing to death that night. Or if you would be able to find or hunt down and slaughter a giant animal, you had food for yourself and your family, so you just conquered not starving from hunger that day. So, since the day we arrived on this planet as humans, we have always been seeking to more comfort and a better quality of life. In the early days it was for survival, but still to this day we are doing this just because we want more comfort in our lives and we want the best quality of life we can possibly get. But the biggest difference between you and everyone else is that you will take action to achieve this better quality of life, whilst the rest of the people around you are wishing for better quality of life, but they will not take any action. So from the moment you take action and you start working towards your goals, they will try to hold you down because they just realize that you will certainly have a better quality of life in the future, and they won't because they are too scared and too lazy to take any action and change anything about their lives. Just do whatever you want to do in your life and forget about the opinions of the people around you. Go after your dreams because you deserve it. Once you made up your mind and you just forget about the opinions of other people, it's time to take some action. I will give you a couple of questions in this video that will help you understand better who you are right now and who you want to become, and this will help you understand better where you are in your life right now, where you want to go in your life, and what you need to do to get there. Now, you don't have to answer the questions during this video, just pay attention to what I'm going to say, write the questions down and try to answer them after watching the whole video. The first question you need to ask yourself is, what conditions produce the best version of myself? This is the version of you who is really hungry for success and who will do anything to achieve that success. Some of the answers are competition, so does competition produce the best version of yourself? Or maybe it's just a fear of loss, fear of losing something in your life. It could also be a setback, or in comparison it could even be a victory that produces the best version of yourself. Could also be someone who believes in you, or just having a point to prove in your life. So whatever it is, think about it and come up with a really clear answer for yourself. The second question you want to ask yourself is to think about a period in your life where you achieved the most success for your standards. In what period of your life did you achieve the most, if you think back to it? And try to remember what drove you. What was the motivation in that period why did you spend so much work, and why did you achieve the things you wanted to achieve in that period of your life? The third question you want to ask yourself is, who are you secretly envious of? Be really, really honest with yourself on this one. If you found a person who you are jealous of, try to think what it is about him or her that you are jealous of, because the chances are that this trait or the material thing he has is something you want to achieve for yourself as well. So this could be motivation for you to better your life. The fourth question is, what qualities do you admire most in other people? What is the most important thing if you are looking to make new friends? Or if you look at your existing friends, what is one trait, what is one thing they all have in common? These qualities are probably qualities you want for yourself. So pay attention to your existing friends. What do they have in common? And what attracts you most to them? The fifth question you want to ask yourself actually exists of two parts. The first one is, what brings out the worst version of yourself and why is this? The second part is, what brings out the best version of yourself and why? If you can answer this question, you will find out what you need to avoid in your life and the reason why to avoid it. But more importantly, you will also find out what you need to do more, what you need to achieve in your life, and why you need to do this. And the final question I want you to ask yourself and answer is, what life do you want to live? What is it most in life that you want to achieve? If you can answer these 6 questions in an honest way, you will find out what your purpose is and you will be able to take action on the things that matter most to you. This will ultimately lead to a life of meaning, full of meaning and purpose, and as a man, this is specifically what makes us happy. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you got some value out of this video, and as always, stay strong.